Welcome to Star Wars Conversations, the show where two scruffy-looking nerf herders like to get together and talk about all things Star Wars. My name's Jay.
And I'm Darth Vader.
Welcome to the show. Hey Colin, how's it going?
I'm alright, dude.
Ball.
Ooh. Yeah, all good. Another week. I'm feeling much better. Hopefully got rid of the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, doesn't sound like you're very Tuscany today.
Yeah. That's a nice trip down to Cornwall. Clears the air.
All that fresh air, the sea
That's
air.
it.
Huh?
Yeah, all that sea air.
Nice. So what's been going on?
Not a lot, really.
Just that.
I've been trying to read Empire's End.
Ooh.
So,
Are you enjoying it?
Well, I'll give you a little review later on, Jay. Don't want to spoil anything yet.
No spoilers yet, but it will be a spoilers review, right?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. That's what we want, and we'll put up the spoilers sign because what's the point of talking about it without spoilers?
Yeah. Got to spoil it. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch that bit. But you should watch the whole
Or
thing.
watch it, but don't listen.
Oh, yeah.
You look at our faces.
Just sitting here talking, they would love that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, shall we crack on with some news?
Let's do it.
Awesome, dude. Right. First bit of news, me old chum. Old JJ. He's been having a little chinwag. He's been telling people what he thinks.
Yeah, he has. Well,
He's yeah.
Well, he said that he thinks that Mark Hamill deserves an Oscar for his part that he played in Episode 7. I do as well. He's like,
For Episode 7
it is to convey all those emotions just with one look. But he was joking, and he did actually say it for Episode 7 because the online a lot of people got it wrong. He spoke to the New York Daily News, I think it was, and he just sort of made that comment, and everyone said, "Oh, he's talking about Episode 8." He wasn't. He was talking about Episode 7.
Oh, so he's on a little jokey joke.
Yeah, he was just making a little joke, and it was because Mark Hamill had put up a little photo of him and JJ standing on Achito, and it had like JJ's pointing, and he's standing there in his hood and everything, and it's got a hashtag: slowly turn, remove hood, but don't start your lengthy Oscar-worthy speech. And so he just put that up, and so JJ made the joke, but everyone's like, oh, in Episode 8 he must be amazing. It's like, yeah, he's probably good, but off the back of that, JJ spoke to Entertainment News Online, and he said that Mark's a very funny guy, and then he said, but he's really underrated. He goes, look at what he had to do with 3PO and R2D2 to sort of bring those characters to life, back in the original ones. And he said he is an incredible actor. He's unfortunately got a short scene there with no dialogue, which I still hope is how they end the trailer. Like with him saying, and then they cut it. That'd be amazing. But he compliments him on being a terrific actor. And then he goes on to talk about The Last Jedi and how Entertainment News basically asked him if he was a little jealous that Rian Johnson gets to film Luke's first bit of dialogue and that. And he said there's a little bit of pain, but obviously Rian Johnson's a good filmmaker. And he said more than anything, it's excitement for him because now he gets to enjoy it as a fan. So, he's a producer on Episode 8, so, he knows what's going on and that. And he just said that Johnson's done a great job on the movie. He's not going to say anything bad, is he? He's not going to go, it sucks. But,
no one's going to slag off for Johnson.
No. They might get slapped in the face with a Johnson. I don't know if I could put those graphics up.
No, not Yoda getting smacked in the face by Ryan Johnson.
Oh God, that would be hilarious, right? But then, yeah, he went on to speak about Carrie Fisher and how, he got to work with her and he'd known her for decades as well, actually.
Right.
So, he sort of complimented Carrie Fisher. And then he spoke a bit about the young Han Solo movie in an interview with Fox News. And we went on to say that
He's been doing the rounds, hasn't he? He's getting about.
He's been everywhere, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's even been talking to Daisy Ridley recently, and like asking her about her role. And
I saw those little Josh Blokey, what's his name?
Yeah, I think it's Josh Groover, is that right? Yeah, they've had a few of them. They've had loads of them.
Yeah, quite funny, and Chris Pratt's and them and stuff.
Yeah,
Jane, and yeah, that's it.
But yeah, on the Han Solo one, he said that it's an amazing script, and he's like had a chance to have a look at that. So, I mean, the thing is, he's a fan, and it's positive to hear these things, but he's not going to say anything bad, is he? He's not going to say, "Oh, I read it and it was horrible." So, it's almost non-news. Does something happen now? It's about.
I don't know. We need an alarm, I think, for non-news when that sneaks in. Because you know how I feel about non-news.
Well, I think it's all kind of non-news this week. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was the.
Well, I think that Mark Hamill's a very good actor, and I love his Joker. He's the best Joker.
Joker. Well, bats. Yeah, he's a very good Joker. Yeah, so that was that bit of news.
Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
Next up, we've got D23 rumours.
Right, so all it is, it's rumours about D23. They're not really even rumours, to be honest. I mean, these reports are on StarWarsNewsNet.com, and so is the last story. But basically, this year's D23 is going to be at the Anaheim Convention Center, and it's running from July 14th till the 16th. So it's only a few days before San Diego Comic-Con. So what they're going to say is that D23 is going to be mainly focused on the Han Solo movie. And this is because they're saying you're going to get the first reveal of Han Solo at that. Because obviously you've got Celebration coming up in April, just before D23. So that's going to be heavily focusing on episode 8. And, there might be a small presence of the Han Solo film, but it's really, really focusing on episode 8. And then you're going to get D23 focus on Han Solo. And one of the things that's mentioned is because in recent years, Disney and Marvel have really sort of pulled out of San Diego Comic-Con. So you're not getting a lot of them there. And people are starting to say, well, the timing of it, you're going to get all the Han Solo stuff happening at D23 with maybe a little bit of it at San Diego Comic-Con, but this is going to be the big event. And Disney have been really trying to push in recent years, trying to build up to D23 as one of their big events. I mean, now they've got so many different, brands. They can do loads there, and it will. I think it will become like a huge thing. It's already big, but I think it's going to just get bigger and bigger. And in fact, last year D23 better than San Diego Comic-Con, and this is not good for us as people that are in the UK. But D23 was really, really strict on their security. So when you have San Diego Comic-Con and you get like someone's filmed like the trailer for something, there was none of that from D23. None at all. No one could do it, and like their security was really hot on it and strict. So unfortunately, we will probably not get much out of that. The other thing is that D23 hasn't so far been live streamed, and Celebration obviously always is. So you get to see all the stuff. So it's not mentioned if it will be live streamed or not. But if it's a big Star Wars one, hopefully they'll start doing that at D23 as well.
It's all confusing to me, Jay. I don't know why. If you've got Celebration, why would you not do it all there?
Well, I think what they're going to...
They got 4 days.
The big thing for them, though, is they want to make sure that Episode 8 is the main focus of that, and Celebration is the big Star Wars one. So D23 is not just going to be Star Wars; it's going to be all the other properties as well. So it's a Disney, you know, I mean, you're going to have like not Beauty and the Beast, but maybe whatever's coming next after that, and all their other things that they do.
Lion
so many
King.
different things. So yeah, so many. They are doing Lion King, yeah. So and James Earl Jones is still playing.
Mufasa.
Yeah, this is CNN. So, oh, that's not what he says. Where is Simba? Where is Akeem?
Simba.
So yeah, you know, so I think D23 encompasses all Disney products. Celebration is solely Star Wars. So the big Star Wars one, they focus on Episode 8 because that's going to be their next big movie.
Yeah.
D23, they're going to Han Solo, and then the thing is, and it's still confirmed for the 25th of May. So you're getting Episode 8, and then in 5 months you're getting Han Solo. Like, so
it's
literally,
a quick turnaround, isn't it?
You'll have Episode 8. Episode 8 comes out on Blu-ray, Han Solo. That's what you're going to get.
It's all very quick.
I know, but I honestly do think that they're edging towards 2 movies a year.
Well,
this is where.
But there's nothing slated for the end of 2018, though, is there?
No, not yet.
That's a massive gap.
Not that we know of.
It's a big gap, though.
That's my concern, and that's why initially I thought that you might.
Unless they really want to clear the way for Episode 9 and make that such a mega event.
Yeah, give you a bit of time, because, you know, like the old days where we had a long time between movies. Oh man, when's the next one coming? Maybe something like that. I still was like, I'm sure they're going to move it to Christmas, because it just sort of messes up the time, doesn't it? It's like we've had one each year, and then all of a sudden it's like one in 5 months, and then nothing for a year and a half. I don't know. I think that if you know, I look at the Marvel movies, you know, and they started out way back 2008 when you had Iron Man, and then like next year you got Captain America, and then all of a sudden you started getting 2 movies, and now you get 3 a year. So, you know, they're probably thinking, well, the Marvel movies do great, they make money. The Star Wars movies bring in like $1 billion each time, so why not get 2 billion? Right? You know, and you got to remember that the main focus for them, of course, they're trying to do a good job and make the movies good, and, you know, hope that fans like them and that viewers want to see more of them. But beyond everything is money. You know, that's the number one thing, and that's what counts. If it makes money, they're going to do it. If it doesn't make money, they're not going to do it. And that's it. So
we will see. We will see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it, Jay.
We shall see. Yes.
Yes. Always in motion, the future. Okay. State of the Galaxy as the Last Jedi begins. What non-news is this?
This isn't non-news. Okay, so spoiler warning. Right?
Yeah.
Klaxon should be playing. You want to hear about this?
I do want to hear about this.
So Jason Ward, who's the editor-in-chief of MakingStarWars.net, has put up a post. And Making Star Wars, you know, we said before, they generally get pretty good info.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually just read what he said in the article, but I mean, you know, viewers should definitely check out the site, read the article for yourself. You know, check out, they've got so many interesting little bits on there, so it's definitely worth checking out. But he said that recently he's heard a few tidbits for The Last Jedi, like small bits of information about how things are. So basically it goes, for Snoke, the loss of Starkiller Base was significant as his wins. His forces are no longer secret to the galaxy at large. Those who used to laugh at the idea that the First Order was a threat are either dead or no longer laughing. The Cold War style standoff is publicly over after the full-on assaults of the Republic and the Senate. The galaxy no longer views Snoke as someone that is irrelevant on the galactic stage. The BB-8, you're putting me off. The galaxy knows he and his cronies are maniacal zealots, and they should be feared for better or worse. The galaxy seems to mostly understand that the First Order is eventually coming to conquer its worlds, and those worlds have to fall in line or resist. Most understand that war has returned and that the perceived era of peace is over. Snoke understands that everything the First Order used to do in secret is no longer an option, and a very overt war is on the horizon. Unfortunately, the Republic has completely collapsed after being attacked by Starkiller Base in Star Wars The Force Awakens. The galaxy is in complete disarray, and the galaxy understands that everyone has to pick a side now. General Organa no longer stands alone in her determination that the First Order is the greatest threat to freedom and democracy in the galaxy, and the only choice they have left is to fight. So these are little bits of info that he's picked up recently from somewhere.
It sounds a bit like a trailer.
It's actually
Crawl.
written. Yeah, it's actually something written. It does sound like the Crawl, doesn't it? And it's probably about the right length.
If it had said the galaxy's in turmoil, I'd have been excited.
Well, maybe it's sort of like a write-up, like a pre-plot for how they're going to do the Crawl.
Sounds good, though.
Yeah. I mean,
there's nothing really spoilery there, really. It's just
but it's sort of a
affirmation,
little bit of info as to what's going on, and you sort of get an idea of how Snoke's seeing things, which it kind of leads you to believe that you might see a bit more. I hope that you're going to see a bit more of Snoke anyway, because they've already said you're going to see a puppet of him who's going to be 7 foot tall. So yeah, it's just little bits that he's found out recently, and I thought it was quite interesting, like to be able to find out. You sort of see how Organa sees it, how the galaxy as a whole sees the First Order now, how they didn't sort of take them serious, First Order, whatever, and now they're like, damn, the First Order is serious. Do you know what I mean? And that now the other thing that I found interesting was that Snoke has realised that he can't do what he was doing in secret anymore. So everything First Order was doing was in secret, and that now we got to just go all out war. So I mean, obviously that's exciting because the wars are back, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, no treks.
Yeah, none of those treks. Hey, look, there's a cloud. Why don't we make friends with it? Yeah, none of that.
Yeah. Or let's shag it. That's all they do. Isn't it? Star Trek.
She's that Orion. She's got green skin. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Star Trek. Anyway.
Shields up. Engage.
Phasers to bore me.
Phasers to stun. Always to stun. Yeah, look at Han Solo. Just sitting back, chilling. Blam! Under the table.
Yeah,
Job
exactly.
Done, right?
I don't know.
Anyway,
enough of that boring rubbish.
Yeah, no one's talked about that anyway.
So I'm excited about this. I think it's good. I think that's got my brain ticking again.
And I like to hear a bit of this right now because, it is still quite a way off. It's almost a year until we get to see this movie. So it's kind of cool to get these little bits like that. That doesn't, for me, it doesn't really spoil things, as you said.
Jay, do you realise we're in March now?
Right.
Yeah. It's not almost a year, is it?
It is almost a year. We're only 3 months in.
9 months.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, this doesn't, to me, it's not like a spoiler. It's just like a little bit of information that gets me a bit more excited. And I mean, I do really want to, obviously I'll wait until I've heard your review, but I do want to read through those 3 Aftermath books because from what I've been hearing, this last one starts to give you a bit more meat going into the new movies. So I'm quite excited about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that all the news?
I believe that is all the news.
God blimey. What a rubbish news day.
What a slow news day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was scraping at the barrel, to be honest.
They're all right. They're good little stories, Jay. You did well there to find those little beauties. All right. Well, how about some reviews?
All right, yeah. So, Star Wars Rebels through Imperial eyes.
Oh, those booty eyes. So, do you want to kick off, or shall I?
I don't mind. I really enjoyed this episode.
So
thought
did
this was
I.
a really good episode, and this was one of those episodes that I just always wish that they would always be like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Look, when I sit and watch Rebels, it's often quite late at night. It's normally like 12:30, 1 in the morning, right? So I don't know if I missed something, and you can tell me, right? But I don't know why Ezra got brought to the Imperials. Like, it's just like, we've got a bounty hunter. It was like I didn't know what the exact plan was, like why they went there.
Wasn't he trying to give him a message or something? He was trying to.
But they've always managed to do it in other ways. So I was like, why has he decided to go there? And he needs Kanan and Rex to be dressed as stormtroopers as well, right? Because they were pointless.
Well, I thought the whole point was they were going to try and extract him because they thought that. Because I think
I kind of thought that at the end, and then he went go on. So I was like, okay, is that the whole point?
Yeah.
But,
so I think because Ezra was going to make sure that he was okay, and then they were going to basically extract him. I think.
But again, he's Fulcrum. By his role, extracting him would make him useless.
Yeah, but I think they think he was burnt. He was already burnt. I think they thought
he was at the point where he needed to get out of there.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so that explains that bit. So,
so he's Fulcrum, man. So he's Fulcrum, man.
Yeah, we know it's spoilers, right? I'm gonna put spoilers up before this starts. So, so there you go. Agent Callus, he's Fulcrum. And
so the episode starts off through his eyes. You see him brush his teeth, or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yes, you do. But I really liked things like getting to see Thrawn a bit more. You got to see him fighting those the assassin droids, and that was quite cool. You got to see that. Okay, this guy's pretty badass, you know.
It was a bit. I don't know. I thought that bit was a bit stupid.
Where he was fighting them, where he was practicing.
Yeah, because he was arranging meetings to talk to the different Imperial people, and then blatantly putting on his little show of fighting his droids.
That's like if I don't know, if you were like Ron Burgundy and you were like
playing your jazz flute,
and you arranged someone to come and do a meeting. You're like, oh wait, 900, 901,
1001. 1002.
Mr. Burgundy.
1003.
Helen said that you needed to see me.
Oh, Miss Corningstone. I wasn't expecting company. Just doing my workout. Tuesday's arms and back.
Well, you asked me to come by, sir.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Oh, it's a deep burn. Oh, it's so deep. Oh, I could barely lift my right arm because I did so many. I don't know if you heard me counting. I did over 1,000.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I mean, though. It was a bit comedy, I thought.
Come in, but just see how badass I am while you come in, right? So, was that a fart?
No, it was my phones. My many phones.
Anyway, you got to see, that was to let you see that Thrawn can actually handle himself. He just doesn't always stand around like that,
just,
looking around. And I liked that you got to see Wolf Aaron back in there again, the old Tashi dude. He's in Clone Wars, and he's also in A New Hope.
Yeah.
I like how Fulcrum tried to set up the other officer. That was quite good.
Yeah.
But also you just couldn't pull the wool over the eyes of Thrawn because he knew. he knew the whole time.
I mean, was there any doubt in your mind that wasn't working or was working, that little plot? I mean, was that a big reveal for you at the end that Thrawn had second guessed him?
I knew that Thrawn would know. It was obvious.
It was too obvious again.
But I mean, the thing is, if you know who Thrawn's supposed to be, then you would know that he would be able to work that out. You know, I don't remember who said this. Someone on our group said this, and I haven't gone back and watched it. But apparently, there's a whole bunch of really good little Easter eggs in Thrawn's room there, like you know, that the cup from Indiana Jones and stuff like that. So I have to go back and have a look and see what else is in there. But yeah, it was a good episode. I liked it. I always like the episodes where you get a little bit more of an insight into the Imperials, and I think that's one of the things I really liked about Rogue One, was that I got to really get to see what they're all about. Because, you know, if you look at most of the other Rebels episodes, or if you look at, you know, the older movies where you have stormtroopers and stuff, they're really bumbling. They just get shot and they're rubbish.
And, you know, British.
But stormtroopers aren't. Stormtroopers are American. Look, sir, droids. But you know, when they you know, they talk about the stormtroopers even in A New Hope. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise. You know, precise.
Precisely, right? Shite.
So you never get to see that, and it's always good to get a little bit of an insight into the actual Imperials and see that no, these guys are bad, because you should understand they are badass. They're conquering the galaxy. You know, they're not clowns, but they always get made out to look clownish, and I hate that. And I like to see them as these guys could really be a threat. I also like is the one time when Callus started to first feel like he was changing to the Rebels. Is the one time where I had an Imperial and I went, you know what, I kind of want this to happen. That would be good. Normally I'd be like, oh, it's stupid, but in this case, I liked it, and I like how he's gone along and he's played the double agent and all that. Unfortunately, I think he's going to die soon, and because I think he's gonna.
Yeah.
So, go on, your take on this episode.
Well, no, like I say, I liked. I mean, I agree with what you said. I thought it was a really good episode. I say a few little niggles, but Rex and Kanan were a bit wasted, and they
were pointless. They were there at the end for like a second.
Yeah,
you got to see that Price was pretty badass though. She was like kicking their butts. So
she was good.
She could handle herself, and then she obviously got shot in the back.
But she was all right.
Yeah, because she got stunned, like in Star Trek.
Yeah, like Star Trek. I don't know. I thought it was really good. Did I? Yeah, I did. I liked it.
Did I like it?
I'm trying to think if I
liked it.
I did. No, I remember enjoying it. Thinking, oh yeah, I want to see next episode. So.
How long ago did you watch it? Was it last week?
Yeah, literally Saturday morning.
Yeah, I did as well. I might have to start bringing my viewing closer to the show, because normally by the time we get here, I'm like, what happened again? And I haven't had time to go and watch it a second time yet.
Well, I also got excited because somehow it appeared twice on the way that I watch it, and with two different episode numbers.
Oh.
Don't know why. And I was like, oh, double episodes this weekend. And I was watching it, and it's the same episode. I was like, oh, rubbish.
Yeah. Oh, I also like that AP5 helped in the.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
and good. Chopper in his usual disguise.
Yeah. Like, how do they do that? Because like they paint him, and then they just wash the paint off. Like, why would you wash it off? Because
he looks rusty.
Like you wash it off and make him look crap. But you paint it up to look good. Why don't you just leave him like that? What's that all about? But yeah, you know what? I did. I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, the past couple of episodes I've said, I wasn't too into the last week's one was all right. The one before that wasn't that great for me, and I often find myself drifting off a little bit while I'm watching it. Like, I start not paying so much attention on those type of episodes. But on this one, I was really into it. I really did enjoy it. So
it kept my attention.
I'll give this one a 4 out of 5, I think.
Yeah, I would as well.
There you go. So there was an exciting review, everyone. We did a really
liked it.
In-depth, fun review of Rebels.
Well, there's nothing wrong with us liking it, is there? I mean,
no, that's good. That's good that we liked it for a change. It's very unusual that we like things.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. It's unusual that it's actually good. that's the issue, isn't it? Right. Okay. Well, that was Rebels.
That was Rebels.
Do you want me to talk about Empire's End?
I really do, but I did notice something. So far, we haven't mentioned anything that's been crammed in between.
I know. Don't say it.
And Empire Strikes Back.
Look, Star Wars has been good this week. They've not done anything in that period. I mean,
well, you haven't read anything in that period.
No, I haven't read any comics this week, so.
Right, so
because all the comics are in that bloody point,
aren't they? So this is a spoiler review up to where you are on Empire's End, right?
Well, review's a strong word.
Okay, not review. A spoiler
discussion.
Recap?
A chat about it.
Okay, yeah, tell me a bit about it. So you said that you've got 20 minutes left on.
I've got 20 minutes left. It's really annoying. I was trying to cram it in before we recorded, and I didn't get a chance. But it seems like most things have happened, so I think it's just going to be a lot of winding things up and travelling around the galaxy and finishing the millions of stories that are in these bloody books. So, for those who can't remember, this is basically set after Return of the Jedi, and it picks up. It's a trilogy story, the Aftermath trilogy. The first one, when there was Life, Debt, and then the third one is called Empire's End. Pardon me. All written by Chuck Wendig.
Great. Now I've got to put one in.
Chuck Wendig. And so a lot of people have reviewed these books before, and I've obviously mentioned the last two. A lot of people didn't really like the first book. It basically suffered from first-person narrative and a lot of very quick intercut scenes covering a lot of new characters, a lot of old characters, a lot of random stories. I think basically what he was trying to do was try and show the breadth of what's happened to the whole galaxy in the aftermath of the death of the Empire and the Battle of Endor, and as well as introduce some new sort of key characters that we were going to follow through the trilogy. And the bits that work are the story around the new characters. All of the new characters that have been introduced are really good and engaging and interesting. You've got Nora Wexley, who was one of the, I think she was a Y-Wing pilot in the Battle of Endor. And her son, Tenon Wexley, who ends up becoming Snap Wexley from Force Awakens.
That's Greg role in Force Awakens.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so Snap is Greg Grunberg, and this is his mum.
Yeah, old matey bloke from Heroes.
Yeah.
And then you've got, oh God, I've got the Imperial bloke that is like the bloke from the Poe Dameron comic. What's his name? Oh, what is his name?
You know what, as well, any American viewers that might happen upon this by accident, they always love it when they hear English people say bloke. Like the amount of American guys going, oh yeah, bloke. I'm like,
all right, that
So-
Imperial geezer. I don't know.
geezer.
What is his name?
I have no
God.
idea who you're talking about.
It's something like Sneeden. Come on, say his bloody name in my notes. Wendon? No, not Wendon. Sneeden. Right, so the Imperial bloke. Anyway, he was an ex-Imperial interrogator, and he basically over the period has joined this little gang of rebels, and he's really cool. And he's again what makes it be interesting. He's a gay character, and he's also a bit of a badass, but he also sounds like an Imperial. So on the audiobook, so it's
Hopefully
just
he sounds British.
yeah, he's
Right.
total. It's like a killer British geezer,
Bloke. Whatever.
geezer bloke, chummy, old fella, old chap. So there's him, and then there's Jazamari, who's a bounty hunter. She's in the gang. Yeah, and so they have a little gang. And in the background, there's also Han and Leia. Leia's pregnant with Ben, and you've got Mon Mothma and her ending of the galactic, not of the galactic, basically of the creation of the New Republic, and basically what she's trying to do is decentralize the military, so there isn't like a big military that's centralized and run by the Republic, but all the individual worlds have their own military, and what she wants them to do is then, when needed, they can all come together, but not have one big army in one place where everyone's in charge, you know. So there's no risk of recreating the Empire. So they're the main characters, and all of them are really good. They're all really well fleshed out. By now, you've really got a good understanding of them. There's at the end of Life Debt, there was a bit with Nora's husband who'd gone missing for many, many years, and he'd basically been brainwashed and caused a bit of a big attack during a Liberation Day after they freed Kashyyyk. And so he's gone off and disappeared, and he's with Grand Admiral Sloane, who's a character that's been popping up
Race.
all over the place.
So she's Grand Admiral now.
Yeah, so she's Grand Admiral.
Uh-huh.
But basically, there's two key characters. There's for the baddies. There's Grand Admiral Sloane, not Thrawn, and there's also Gallius Rex.
Gallius Rex. Okay, yeah.
Right. And so he's basically the main baddie. And so he's been in the background, and he was linked to the Emperor. And what's happened is he's pushed Sloane out. She ended up getting almost killed because he set up this whole attack on Liberation Day when she was sent down to supposedly be having a truce, but he basically orchestrated something else happening. And that was at the end of, again, Life Debt. And so this story is all about Jakku. Jakku! We gotta get back to Jakku! And so basically, the whole plan has been get the Empire back to Jakku, and Gallius Rex, it turns out, because there's a lot of flashbacks, was basically a young little whippersnapper, scavenger, turdy little kid on Jakku, and he basically snuck aboard the Emperor's ship. The Emperor found him, and then basically tasked him with doing some work for him on Jakku and building something.
Right.
Right. And then over the years, he basically hid on Jakku, and he basically built this thing called the Observatory. Okay, and hid that and completely kept that complete secret. And then once the Emperor died, Gallius started coming to more fruition and was basically some kind, I can't remember what title he called himself, but he was always known as the Emperor's advisor, and then he's pulled all the strings in the background, and he's got it to the place where he's basically convinced all of the remaining Empire to go back to Jakku, and hang around Jakku, and he's got his big plan, right? But he's also sent off a load of ships to the outer rim, out of a galaxy, in hiding. So, and because there's been Imperial ships that have disappeared that no one knows where they've gone over there, right? So basically, the long and short of it is, Jakku is, the Emperor's basically decided his fail-safe is if he gets killed, he doesn't want anyone to rule. He wants to destroy the Empire. So basically, he set it all up that if he gets killed, everyone to go back to Jakku, and the observatory has got some kind of Sith artifacts and all this stuff in it, and now implode the planet and blow the planet up. And basically all the Empire will die there, and he wants the Empire to be completely destroyed. Apart from there's this element of sending stuff, but he also had some teachings about going and having a small remnant and starting again in another galaxy. It's a bit confusing, really. And one of the Emperor's advisors, whose name I can't remember, and I didn't write it down, who's in this as well a lot.
The purple hat dude.
Yeah, purple hat dude. He's getting all excited. And there's a lot of talk around they're going to try and clone the Emperor, and the Emperor's spirit's going to come and take over the clones. But Gallius never actually believed that, and he kills him.
Right.
And so he sent off a few ships to this outside of the galaxy, which are obviously going to become the First Order.
Mm-hmm.
There's also this plot around children. So Hux, what's his name? Hux, General Hux from Armitage Hux from
Armitage,
whatever his bloody name is, from The Force Awakens. His dad is a famous. He beat and was really abusive to Armitage. By the way, that came out nice.
That's why he is the way he is.
Yeah, that's why he is. But he's been training up these kids to be super assassin-y type killers, stormtroopers.
Is one of them by any chance Captain Phasma?
Well, I don't know. We don't say. No, I don't say that. But basically, there's this one scene where all these kids are in this room, and there's all these stormtroopers, and they suddenly give this order, and all the kids kill all the stormtroopers. They just knife them in the neck and stuff. Anyway, so that bit evil, demented, and little Armitage, what's his name? Armitage Hux. He's put in charge of those kids, and he's sent off to this far-flung thing as well. So it's a bit convoluted, that bit.
Are they trying to make the First Order sound like they're much more meaner than the Empire?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
So basically,
what
what Rax was trying to do was make all the Imperials mental on this planet Jakku, and so they all went a bit feral and all started going really uncontrolled, and Sloane goes over for a bit to try and kill Rax and try and get the Empire back, but she's shocked by the way they're all behaving, and they've all gone crazy, and in the end she kills him anyway.
Okay, so Sloane, I saw something earlier that she's the first one that mentions the First Order. Is she in the First Order now?
She definitely gets away, and so she's going off to hopefully get on one of these ships, I think. But we don't really know what happens to her.
Okay.
And what else happened?
Another thing I saw was something about and it's to do with the outside outside of the galaxy, where the Emperor had been sending all these probes out all over the place, and that he had been sensing a dark side presence that was talking only to him. However, it was also talking to the acolytes of the beyond.
Yeah,
so
so
they
these
all get
acolytes
these
are
visions and stuff like that, right?
yeah. So there's the acolytes of beyond. They talk about them, and there's this whole interlude bit where there's these sort of kids that are being given Sith artifacts and stuff, and they become a bit evil. And there's this one girl who's not really feeling it, but then she's given a lightsaber and a mask, and she goes mental and
I was
kills
going to
herself.
say, is there something about the masks are like
yeah,
feeding them dark side visions or something?
like these
as well,
Sith
right?
artifact stuff. That bit was a bit weird. There was also another interlude where the Church of the Force, they send some people to take all the knackered kyber crystals from the Death Star back to the place where they were all stolen, that far off planet, the one where they steal it all from. And that was a bit of a weird waste of time.
What about there's something else I saw about the Emperor and Jakku, and that it had a strong light side presence on Jakku, and that it made him feel sick, or something like the way that on Dagobah, it has there's that area, it's got the dark side presence. This was a theory about Rey and why she was put on Jakku, because it's got like a really strong side of the light side of the Force. So, is there anything about that yet?
Not that I remember.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember that bit. So
okay.
If it was, it wasn't very good.
So, how are you finding it so far? You don't seem too impressed, and
well,
I've seen a lot of people really like this one.
What's annoying me, I think they overbuilt it up, because the whole Battle of Jakku was quite good, because that's been and done. 20 minutes left. But I thought there'd be more answers, really. It all just seemed a bit... What was the point? What was the point in these 3 books?
Okay, so then... So
it's not giving me any massive more insight that I need for Force Awakens.
Is it not giving you an idea of the state of the galaxy coming off Jedi and where things have gone? Does it not really explain that? There was something else that I heard, and you probably read this part. It was about a sheriff on Tatooine who's dressed as Boba Fett.
Yeah,
he's got Boba Fett?
No, he's got Boba Fett's armor, but
it's definitely not him.
It's definitely not him.
Why not?
It's definitely not him.
Because someone else was kind of like, might be him.
It's not him.
Why?
It's not him.
He could be the sheriff of Tatooine.
No, it's not him. Dengar gets a pardon.
He gets a pardon?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, he gets a pardon by Mon Mothma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what? For being a bounty hunter?
Because he helps the other what's the name? The bounty hunter that's in it.
Okay, the girl that was that did the zip line in the first book.
Not me.
No,
Jazamari.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good. It's just a bit pointless.
Oh, I'm a little disappointed here, because I want to go through these books, because they sound like they're the ones that take us from where we were and lead up to.
It's just too much. It's too long. It's taken too long.
The interludes sound like they're a bit of a pain, and they really shouldn't be there.
They definitely should have just either made it 1 or 2 books, and then done all those little stories as a nice little book that's just full of stories, short stories of the end of the Empire.
How long? Obviously you've got the audiobook, but roughly, are you saying like these interludes are sort of like a 10-page? They would be like a 10-page thing.
They're all different sizes. Some are really quick, and some of them seem to go on forever.
Right.
But I think they're the more boring ones. I don't feel. I felt that Bloodlines gave a better view of what's happened politically. I think that's the key bit. Bloodlines gives you all you need to know about the First Order and how and where you are. What I'm not quite sure is if I'm setting that gang up. All the gang so far, I know I've still got 20 minutes left, All the new gang have almost got specific things that have happened to them, so they've got new jobs or something's happened to them. So
Right.
they're not like a little gang that's flying around. They're not like a new crew that you're going to follow throughout the new books. I don't think.
Yeah.
So that's disappointing because I thought, maybe this is just setting up a whole new crew and we're just going to follow this crew for a few books. But I don't think that's what they're doing with it. And like I say, I think I think they should have done more. They should have either actually told us more things, concrete things, or they should have just not bothered.
Right. Okay. So they're not what you would consider central reading if you want to know what's going on.
Not really.
Great.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess they are if you're going to carry on reading all the books. But
I mean, like taking us from what we know about episode 7, and then heading towards episode 8.
It's so far away from episode 7 that you don't. Nothing in this tells you something you don't know.
Right.
Really,
Okay.
because you know the First Order's created.
Yeah.
You know that Luke goes missing. You know that Han and Leia have a baby. And you know from bloodlines that
And
all the
all
way
the
up
stuff.
to even 20 years later, they still haven't actually got the First Order or anything. So.
And so what I'm gathering is that basically the build-up of how it happens isn't actually that interesting and not really,
No, I mean,
you could Wikipedia it.
I think what's really annoying is like that. I think the most frustrating thing is they've created this Galliot Surax fella, and they've given him that story in the background about how he was brought up by the Empire and given this special mission, but nothing. It didn't matter because he's dead, and that mission failed.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So why?
So why? I mean, yeah, nice little story, but it wasn't even a nice little story because it was just too long, and that wasn't the focus of the story until the last book.
Awesome. Wow. Well, there we go. So that's Colin's thoughts so far on whatever it's called, the
Empire's End. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, it's worth reading or listening to. I mean, I'd say listen to it and read it because it's. I mean, first of all, what else is there to read?
Only these a billion other books I've got, but if you're up to date, sure.
But that's what I mean. I mean, they do talk about Thrawn. That was interesting. Now, there's a little interlude where they talk about Thrawn for about 2 minutes.
Okay,
and they explain why the Empire kept him around.
Kept him around, yeah, and how he came into the Empire, right, and how he was treated. Oh no, sorry, that's going to be in the Thrawn book.
No, yeah. All they do in this one is just mention the only reason that the Emperor tolerated him was because he knew about outside of the main galaxy, and so that's why he was kept around. Right. And that was it.
Yeah. That Thrawn book I'm pre-ordering. That one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, something not like the Tarkin book because that was boring.
I think it'll be more interesting.
I hope so.
We'll see. Right, so there you go. That was Colin's thoughts on Aftermath Empire End. And
yeah, I'll give a final thought on it next week when I've actually finished it and maybe had a bit of time to think about it. But my initial thoughts are, it's just a bit disappointing. Not in a. I'm trying not to be negative because it wasn't like that was a really shit read because it was good. It was just.
It wasn't what you hoped for.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah,
better.
it wasn't what you hoped for. You thought it would be a bit more meat. All right, right. Well,
it did make me want to play Battlefront though.
Really?
Yeah, because I just want to play the Jakku game. Turning point.
At least it helped that product along a little bit. So I think that's it then, dude. I think we've got to the end of our show this week.
We have.
So let's do all the exciting social media stuff.
Oh yes, let's do that.
You can find us in all of the wonderful social media places. We have our group where this all started on Facebook, which is Star Wars Conversations. You can find us on Twitter, Star Wars Convo, or use the hashtag Star Wars Convo. You can find me personally on Twitter at _J_Tank, and you can find Colin on Twitter at Captain Colin.
At Captain Colin, sorry.
And we are on SoundCloud. Basically, if you search for Star Wars Convo, you'll find us on SoundCloud, on Instagram. You'll find us on our RSS feed. Is that right?
Yeah.
You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on the Taylor Network of Podcasts.
Yes.
Which features other podcasts such as...
No Apologies, Nothing's On, Double Page Spread, Gotham by Geek, Go Trek Yourself, Snarky Something, Wade's World. There's something about Dungeons and Dragons now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I don't know, something like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically, I think it's a D&D podcast. They're like doing a tournament thing or whatever it is.
Sounds good. So yeah, you can find us in all those places, Taylor Network Podcasts, all the other places that we talked about, and I think that's it. So until next week,
use the Force, Luke.
May the Force be with you.
Into the plasma. Further on the earth.